What's happening, folks? It's your homeboy First back again with another episode of Listening Session. Today I'm going to be talking to y'all about my record, Only God Knows. And I think this is a perfect time to do that, given the fact that we're having a discussion right now in the country about anxiety and depression. Because the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott, just went public with his struggles with anxiety and depression, given dealing with the quarantine, which we all had to deal with, but also dealing with the suicide of his brother. You know what I'm saying? All of that together is a lot of shit to deal with. And whatever somebody's going through in their life, you know what I'm saying? You can't judge everybody the same. You know what I'm talking about? So whatever a motherfucker's going through is difficult. So I think this is a perfect time to talk about this record, because this record, it helped a lot of people, and I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of the comments and the DM, the inbox, the messages that I got from people saying that this record helped them. You feel me? And today's episode is sponsored by Statement Tees. That's Statement Tees. Now, every t-shirt you wear makes a statement, so y'all make sure y'all fuck with Statement Tees. I happen to be wearing a Statement tee right now. You feel me? Alright, letting these motherfuckers know who I am and what I'm gonna do, what I always do. You feel me? So make sure y'all fuck with Statement Tees. But like I said, we're gonna go ahead and get into Only God Knows. If you haven't heard the record already, haven't seen the video already, go ahead and check that out right now. Only God Knows by your boy. For anybody under the sound of my voice, I hope you feel this. First, only God knows what I was feeling. I tried to tell you, you wouldn't listen. Only God knows why I was scared. Asked you for comfort, you didn't care. Only God knows about my anxiety. I'm being judged by fucked up society. Only God knows I'm dealing with debts, deal with depression, dealing with death. Only God knows I watch my son suffer, and don't nobody understand except me and his mother. I called a friend, they ain't pick up, so how I'm gon' vent? Got this pistol saying do it, I bet they care then, but they probably won't though, and that's even more depressing, knowing they'll be faking in my funeral procession. I pour another glass, finna drink this whole filth. I don't give a shit about getting sick, cause only God knows I'm sick of the lies. I sit and cry, look to the skies. Only God knows you were too busy. I need to stop drinking, I'm getting dizzy. Only God knows I tried to help folk. A damn shame how they tried to play me though. Only God knows, cause I don't have the answers. Fuck Alzheimer's, motherfuck cancer. Only God knows I really wanna live, but not like this. You don't know how it feel to have the weight of the world on your fucking shoulders. If you young, you'll get it when you're finally older. This life ain't fair, not one damn bit. I got all this talent, but I feel like shit. I'm completely alone. Where the fuck are my friends? My life is a movie that might as well end. Only God knows. To all the people out there dealing with mental strife, only God knows. I want you to know, shit, it's gonna be alright. Only God knows. See, I wrote this song to express my pain. Only God knows. It ain't a damn thing wrong with no tear stains. Only God knows you are not alone. Let me repeat that. Only God knows you are not alone. You see, only God next time knows. You need to put this shit on right here. Cry. Only God knows. Dry your eyes, then keep fighting. Only God knows. I love you. I don't even know you. Only God but knows. I know you. And I love you. First. Alright, that was the video for my song, Only God Knows. And like I said, I'm very proud of that record. When I wrote that record, I said, this record's gonna save some lives. You know what I'm saying? That was the intent. Because I knew a lot of people could relate to it. It was partly me venting, because every word on that damn record, like, I really didn't have to be creative. The only creative part was weaving Only God Knows in there with everything, you know what I'm saying? But everything, and you know, just taking your life and making it rhyme. But shit, everything I was saying was real as fuck. You feel me? So I'm very proud of this song. But let's get into it and break it all the way down. I'll also be giving y'all some tidbits about the video. The video was shot by my young boy Jamel Brooks, who has his own videography company, Mojo Productions, Anti-Evil Productions. He go by a whole lot of shit, but I'm so proud of him. He's fully coming into himself right now, so I'm very proud of him. Also, for some of the shots, I had some help from my wife. I just did everything. It was in the midst of quarantine. Well, personally, I'm still quarantined, so my quarantine never stopped, but I just did it here at the house, which was perfect because I felt like the song is talking about anxiety and depression, you know what I'm saying, and feeling alone and being alone, you know what I'm talking about. So I was like, shit, I'm just gonna shoot this shit in my garage, which I don't go in there, and the visual you see in the video, that's not how I cope, you know what I'm saying. That when I'm going through it, that's not where I go to. But I can imagine somebody wanting to go to a place where they just alone and in solitude and deal with this shit. So we just shot it in there. We did the black and white initially, and then we moved to the color at the end. And I'll talk about all that. But let's go ahead and get into the record. Now, if you watch the video, you know I put viewer discretion advised at first. And this is the only record the only video I've ever done that. And I did that because of the gun scene. Well, you know, I was acting like I was about to commit suicide. You know what I'm saying? I know that could be a little traumatic for some. So, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to put that right there. And then another one of those things that has come to be one of my staples was putting a dope quote before my video. And this quote, the race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but he or she who endures to the end. That's biblical, but that quote was presented to me by my basketball coach, Keith Barnes, in high school. And I love that man. That man is a father figure to me. And that quote always stuck with me because he would tell us that at the worst times, which turned out to be the best times in the long run, but I'm just saying, when he would tell us that is when we lose. You know, and we were a good team. Went to state playoffs twice, made it to the championship game, stuff like that, but he was a hard-nosed coach. Hard-nosed coach. And we had to pray before and after every game. And if there was a game that we lost, he would thank God for our ass whooping. He would thank God for us losing. Like, now, so imagine you right there, you lost, you been out there for a high school game in 32 minutes. You been out there busting your ass for 32 minutes, sweating, you're tired, you're frustrated because you lost, and your coach thanks God that you got your ass whooped. And he would say this. He would ask God to teach us, to let us know that the race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but he who endures to the end. And I felt like I wanted to include that right here because all y'all real ones out there that's going through shit, that's what you gotta realize, that you gotta just endure. Before you get to thriving, I want all of us to get past just enduring and surviving. I want us to get to thriving, to really fucking living. But you can't get to that if you don't survive. You can't get to that if you don't endure. You feel me? So you got to keep fighting through this shit, and you got to endure to the motherfucking end, man. And just very appreciative of Coach for giving us that. And this is just one of the many things he would say too. So I wanted to, share that with the world. And only God knows currently there's over 600,000 views, so a lot of people have seen that. For anybody under the sound of my voice, I hope you feel this. First, only God knows what I was feeling. I tried to tell you, you wouldn't listen. Only God knows why I was scared. Asked you for comfort, you didn't care. Only God knows about my anxiety. I'm being judged by fucked up society. Alright, that part right there. When I wrote those words, I thought about the exact discussion that's going on in our country right now. How will people judge me as a rapper? By saying on the record that I have anxiety, and I do. I've been diagnosed with anxiety. I was diagnosed last year. I had a fucking panic attack. Dealing with shit with my mother damn near died last year. If y'all know anything about me, you know I love my mother dearly. Many of y'all real ones, y'all fucking with me because of my record about my mom. Mom's sick. But my mom almost died last year. And I had to take care of her. She had hip surgery. I had to go over there and live with her. And I have a son with autism. I got a little girl. I got a wife. You know what I'm saying? I got a house to take care of myself. I got businesses that I'm trying to grow in. This shit risky. I don't have guaranteed income. I got to get it. So just all the stress on me, just all came together like a perfect storm. And then I just had this feeling like I wanted to fight a motherfucker, but the feeling wouldn't go away. You feel me? See, motherfuckers don't know. Motherfuckers like Skip Bayless don't really know what anxiety is, honestly. It all got to do with the chemicals in your body and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The feelings you feel when you have anxiety come from that fight or flight response. You feel me? It's something that's evolutionary. Like when we were amongst animals more than we are now in quote unquote civilized society. That shit was very, very, very helpful to survival. Alright, cause what your fight or flight response does is when you encounter danger, your body just automatically gives you a little extra juice to help you either fight off that danger or run and get your ass out of there. Hence the term fight or flight response. Now, the problem with that is now that we're in this so-called more civilized society, and you know, you're not encountering no goddamn lions and tigers and bears and shit like that on the regular, at least. Some of y'all motherfuckers might go out there and fuck around. But you know, that response is still triggered when shit happens, like you got a test coming up. Or when your basketball game is about to start, right before the game, y'all call it butterflies. But motherfucker, you got anxiety. You're anxious about what's about to happen. When you about to make love to somebody for the first time. When you're asked to speak in class. Whenever you're in some kind of situation that makes you uncomfortable, that shit will come about. You feel me? Or you dealing with stress. And that's what it is for me. I deal with chronic stress. My life has been stressful since I was a fucking child. But it was last year when that shit hit me. And I'm telling you, bro, it felt like I was gonna fight a motherfucker 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and the shit just would not stop. When I exercised, it got better. Or like if I boxed, boom, it felt good. I felt good after that for a little while, but then they come back. I go out there and run or walk a mile, shit'll come back. My wife tried to give me a massage, shit come back. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfucking shit would always just come back. About 3 times I got up in the middle of the night about to go to the hospital. But my wife told me to stop because shit, she knew what it was. Cause she had already been diagnosed with it. You feel me? So, I knew when I said that on the record that I was opening myself up to shit, but I'm being 100. I got that shit. This shit running my family. My mama got it. I'm sure my sisters got it. You know what I'm saying? So that shit real. What the fuck I'ma hide that for? Why the fuck would Dak Prescott hide that? Cause fake ass tough motherfuckers like Skip Bayless out here? Fuck that shit. I ain't finna hide that shit. Skip Bayless a legend that it's gonna be harder for Dak Prescott to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys because he told the world he got anxiety. What the fuck? That's gonna stop him from hitting Amari Cooper? That's gonna stop him from goddamn giving the ball to Ezekiel Elliott? Then you might be giving these motherfuckers on defense something to say. They gonna say something anyway. I might have been giving some hating ass trolls something to say, but they gonna say something anyway. And we know what I'm gonna do. If I didn't have anxiety, I would tell the motherfuckers, fuck you and block them. And with anxiety, that's the same thing I'm gonna do. They ain't gonna say that shit in my face and they, well, what shit we getting these goddamn hands? What the fuck? Does America, the society, think that somebody who suffers from anxiety and depression won't whoop their motherfucking ass? Is that what we think, America? If you think that shit, you are motherfucking wrong. I don't lift all them weights to goddamn look pretty. I would lift all them weights, keep a motherfucker off me. To be ready to beat a motherfucker ass if I need to. I ain't got all these goddamn guns just so I can goddamn pose for a picture. I got these goddamn guns so I can protect myself and my family. With or without anxiety, you can get these motherfucking rounds. You can get these hands. What we talking about? Stop thinking that people who suffer from mental health issues are soft or weak. That is bullshit. It's these motherfuckers who refuse to acknowledge that they got the shit and that choose to turn to and rely on alcohol and drugs. Them the motherfuckers that's weak. One of my rules, cause I know I got what I'm dealing with, I do not drink when I'm depressed. I do not drink when I'm going through those fits of anxiety and depression and shit like that. I can't do it. Particularly depressed. Alcohol is a depressant, okay? Alcohol slows your body down. So if you are having moments of depression, this shit gonna make the shit worse. You feel me? The last time that I broke my rule, where I was depressed, I was down, feeling alone, feeling like no motherfucker goddamn helping me with my business and all that kind of shit, and I drank something, I damn near killed myself that night. It took me really thinking about my children to keep myself from killing myself that night. I broke my rule. I have not broke my rule since. That had to be a year and a half ago probably. You feel me? So you gotta understand these things. But there's some motherfuckers out here, the Skip Baylesses of the world, that try to mask it, I guess. And they ain't like tough guy, but then they blowing dope every single day. Or they popping pills every single day. Or they drinking every single day, all day. You know what I'm saying? Or they doing some other kind of crazy shit to mask what they really dealing with, which is anxiety and depression. You feel me? So, that's why I put that line in there. I want that shit to be out there. I want motherfuckers to see, man, it's a real ass dude who ain't ashamed of this shit. He talking about what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? And I said, I'm being judged by a fucked up society. Cause I know when I put this video out, when I put this record out, when I put anything out, social media posts, I'm being judged. We're all being judged. When you in the public eye, when you put something on that bitch, you don't control necessarily unless you get your comments and shit turned off what a motherfucker gonna say. So you being judged by a society that's fucked up. If 2020 ain't taught you anything, these motherfuckers are stupid, they're racist, they are anti-science, they're just fucking ignorant. And those are the motherfuckers that's on here and that will judge you. You feel me? And with me having anxiety, I gotta try to navigate in that world, in this world, because these are my talents. This is what God has given me, the gift of gab and the analytical ability and the ability to relate to people. Now, so I know I stayed a little while on that, but I really wanted to touch on that because there's so many people out there dealing with that shit. So, especially from my community. For y'all youngins out there that are dealing with it, do not be ashamed. Do not be ashamed. Let's keep this bitch rolling. Only God knows I'm dealing with debts, dealing with depression, dealing with debt. Real shit. Only God knows I'm dealing with debt, student loan debt. Shit, I got a mortgage, that's debt. Deal with depression, told you about that. Sometimes I get depressed. Again, rule, when you get depressed, do not drink. When you get depressed, do not drink. Only drink in celebration and when you chillin'. That shit just gonna make it worse. And dealing with death. Something we all gotta grapple with. When I was in the classroom, I had an exercise with my students in which I would make them write a note to somebody that they lost. And if they hadn't lost anybody, I would tell them just write the note to somebody they love. And it was always a great moment, you know what I'm saying? And the way I came up with that shit is, I had, when I lost my cousin in high school, my cousin Snuffy, when I lost my cousin, I was hooping. Now, he had been sick for a long time. He was one of the ones I'm talking about. He would drink, he was an alcoholic. And he smoked cigarettes all day long too. And so he ended up having that surgery where they cut his voice box out. He was one of those guys with the little mechanical thing on his neck. But I loved him, you know what I'm saying? He was the only male I had really had around me, you know, on a consistent basis. And night he died, or the day he died, or whatever, I had a basketball game, and he was in the hospital, and I guess he was just tired of fighting, and he told him to pull the plug. And my mama didn't tell me, you know what I'm saying? She didn't tell me till the next day. And that next morning, she told me the next morning, and I went to school, and on the way to school, I just crying on my girlfriend's shoulder, you know, who's my current wife. And so I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to him, what the fuck I'm saying. So what I did was I wrote down everything I wanted to say to him. And at the funeral, I put it in his hand. You know how they had you and shit. I put it in his hand. And that helped me, you know what I'm saying? So I passed that exercise on to my students, you know what I'm saying, back in the Gap. And it was always a real ass moment. It used to lead to some real shit in class. Some kid would cry, some kid would share their shit, and shit was so real. That's a strategy you can use. If you lost somebody you love and it's something you got on your heart and you feel like you couldn't share with them, just write that shit out. And share that shit at your next family get together. Share that shit at Thanksgiving. Y'all share, all y'all write about the motherfucker y'all lost and share that shit at Thanksgiving or on their birthday or at Christmas. Sometime y'all get together, you know. Or you don't have to share it at all. Maybe you just want to get the shit out. But do that shit, it's a good exercise.
Only God knows I watch my son suffer and don't nobody understand, so me and his mother.
Alright, only God knows I watch my son suffer and don't nobody understand, so me and his mother. And y'all saw me holding up the autism awareness in the video. My son having autism, that shit, it's almost indescribable, y'all. Like for real. With me not having my father, the number one thing I wanted was a son so I could kind of do everything I wished my father would have been there to do with me. And I got that son. Then my first child died of a miscarriage. But then my son made it. And then for my son, he looked just like me. Beautiful little boy. Just so sweet and funny, goofy. But then when you start noticing little stuff and giving me and my wife background, again, me being a former teacher and her having a master's in elementary ed, we kind of peeped shit early and took him to get evaluated. And the evaluation wasn't shit but a whole bunch of questions about what can your son do, and us saying no, he can't do that, and goddamn just it being overwhelming thinking about, you know, that my son is not normal. It just was nerve wracking. And then every day is like a little heartbreak when it's something he can't do. And people don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? I still don't have anybody in my life on a regular basis that understands that. My wife is in some support group. And maybe I need to find me one. Because I really don't have anybody to talk to about that really understands. But I know this. I love my son more than I do myself. That boy's my little fighter, and he loves me dearly. That boy loves me more than anybody ever loved me. And the feeling is mutual. You know what I'm saying? But when you in those moments of despair and depression, you want somebody to be able to reach out to. So for those of y'all that might be out there in the autism community, parents, or you got it yourself, or you're parent of just anybody with special needs, you feel like a motherfucker don't goddamn relate to you, you ain't got nobody to reach out to, my DM open, my inbox open, goddamn it, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? If you just need to vent, you know, I'm here for you.
I called a friend, they ain't pick up, so how I'm gon' vent? Got this pistol saying do it. I bet they care then, but they probably won't though. And it's even more depressing, knowing they'll be faking in my funeral procession. I pour another glass, finna drink this whole filth. I don't give a shit about getting sick.
See that? So that whole little section is what I'm talking about. I said, I called a friend, they ain't pick up, so how I'm gonna vent? Got this pistol saying do it. I bet they care then, but they probably won't do it. And it's even more depressing, knowing they'll be faking in my funeral procession. That whole little part where you feel like I'm alone and nobody's about to talk to, and you hit a motherfucker up and they don't answer that phone, you like, oh my God, nobody cares. When you depressed, you start thinking illogically. And like nobody can fuck about you. Like me writing this song, I know my partners love me. I know that my partners, my homies, the motherfuckers I call my brothers, them dudes love me. You feel me? But when you depressed, you ain't thinking right. You like, man, fuck that. Them boys don't really give a fuck about me. Them baby, well, they answer phone, they tell you. And you don't know, they might be asleep, they might be fucking their wife, they might be doing whatever. But in your mind is, oh, they just blowing you off. You feel me? So it's tough. It is tough. That's what I'm saying. Real one, don't make any decisions in those situations. You know what I'm saying? If one don't pick up the phone, somebody, reach out to somebody. Again, my DMs or my inbox or somebody. Give somebody a chance to talk you out of hurting yourself before you do it. Somebody. Even if it's just the 1-900 hotline or whatever. Give someone a chance to talk you out of it. Because when you're in that moment, you're not thinking right. You feel me? You're not thinking, like I said, I know my partners love me. But in those moments, I've been in those moments. When that last time I was telling y'all about where I broke my rule and I'm sitting in there drinking and shit. And I was damn near there. You know, them cats would sleep, man. It's like that. Right now, it's 4:58 a.m. and I'm up in here doing this shit. My partner's asleep. You feel me? I'm in here trying to get. Now, if I was in, let's say I was depressed and texting them right now, I'm not gonna get no response. That would add to the depression. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think. Don't make a decision in those moments. Please don't. Please don't.
Cause only God knows I'm sick of the lies. I sit and cry, look to the skies. Oh.
That's another one. I sit and cry, look to the skies. Another line where I was like, me saying this, motherfucker might try to say you weak because you said you sit and cry. You know, because I know a lot of rappers don't need that. They might mention crying when they say I shed tears. Motherfucker, you cry. Like, what the fuck is somebody gonna do? Like, as Cat Williams said, motherfucker be trying to act like super thugs and shit like that. Like, bro, you get up early in the morning, you gang banging on breakfast, motherfucker. Like, damn. Like, you have no, you don't want to show no weakness. And I get it. I've talked about it previously. When you come up in the environments that we come up in, you try not to show no weakness because that shit will goddamn make you a mark. That shit make motherfuckers try you when they think they see any flaw. But what I'm trying to tell y'all out there, especially my young black men, we gotta let that mentality go. Quit holding this shit in and quit letting this shit make you turn to alcohol and drugs on a daily basis and making you doing just impulsive shit because you got all this shit on your mind. You gotta get that shit out, and that shit does not make you weak.
Only God knows you are too busy. I need to stop drinking. I'm getting dizzy. Only God knows I tried to help folk. A damn shame how they tried to play me though. Only God knows, cause I don't have the answers. Fuck Alzheimer's, motherfuck cancer. Oh.
Alright, those lines very personal. All these lines personal, but those lines, my grandmother died of Alzheimer's. And Alzheimer's is fucked up, y'all. If you have witnessed a loved one deal with Alzheimer's, you witness some shit, because when the mind is gone, it's like that person's gone. It's not like just a physical ailment or they got some swelling or arthritis and shit like that, you know, sugar, diabetes, you know. It's this. So when you see somebody who, I was raised by my mom and my grandma. So when you see somebody goddamn that helped raise you and they just can't think properly, they don't remember shit, it does something to you. And when it comes to cancer, my mother-in-law is a cancer survivor. Her doctor called her a miracle. That shit was terrifying because, particularly my daughter, Again, I've experienced death. My wife experienced death. Her mama, her grandmother, her beloved grandmother, died from cancer. So we were just so scared that we were gonna lose my mother-in-law. In particular, for me, thinking about how the hell am I gonna explain this to my daughter? Because that's my daughter's favorite person. And I know she would have been devastated, but my mother-in-law is a fighter. You feel me? So shout out to all the survivors of cancer, any kind of cancer. God bless y'all and your families, you know what I'm saying? And God bless all y'all real ones who may have lost somebody to that fucked up ass disease. Fuck cancer. And God bless the family of Chadwick Boseman. The fact that that brother was dealing with that shit while filming all them classics. And y'all motherfuckers out here trolling this man and shit. Like I said, I'm being judged by a fucked up society. But that man ain't give a fuck. He knew what he was dealing with. He knew it was affecting his appearance. He didn't give a shit. He was still out here working for his family. That man probably was trying to stack money for his... That man probably was trying to stack money up for his family, man. That man probably was trying to do as many motherfucking movies as possible because he knew he was finna leave here. He was trying to stack that money up for his goddamn family. I bet that was bro. I know that's what I'd be trying to do. To make sure my family's straight. And some of you bitch ass motherfuckers out here were trolling that man because of his appearance. Fuck that word, bruh.
Only God knows I really want to live, but not like this. You don't know how it feels to have the weight of the world on your fucking shoulders. If you're young, you'll get it when you're finally older.
Alright, now that is the absolute key part of the record. I really want to live. People don't understand. People that commit suicide or consider suicide, those people really want to live. They do not want to die. They want to stop hurting. They want to stop going through all the painful things that's going on in their life. They want to stop being sexually assaulted. They want to stop being victims of domestic violence. They want to stop being in a household where their mom and daddy are fighting all the time. They want to stop being dealing with racism. They want to stop dealing with poverty. They want to stop dealing with whatever the fuck is going on in their life. That's what they want to stop. If that shit would stop, they wouldn't be contemplating suicide. I really want to live, but not like this. You don't know how I feel. You don't understand them because you ain't trying to understand them. You understand? That's what we got to think about. Try to understand what people are going through. And then you have the portion where I say, you don't know how I feel to have the weight of the world on your fucking shoulders. If you're young, you'll get it when you're finally older. That's my life. If you're following me on social media, which hopefully you are, hopefully you've seen that I've been putting out my vision board. My wife and my daughter did a vision board, a traditional vision board and shit. But I said, you know what, I'm gonna do one, but I'm gonna do it virtually. I'm gonna put mine on social media so all the real ones can see it. And basically it's been me posting people in my life who I wanna help or who I wanna elevate by allowing them to contribute to this business. And some of the people I'm posting are solely dependent on me. Like I posted my son and my daughter and my wife, of course they depended on me. I posted my mom, but also my sisters. And my sisters are older than me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the only boy and I feel like out of all of our businesses, that my business is doing the having the widest reach right now. And I just don't want them to want for anything. You know what I'm saying? Those are my sisters. My nieces and nephews under them. You know what I'm saying? I want to be that kind of like, I told my wife, I want to be like Bishop Greenleaf without all the scandalous shit. You know what I'm saying? When you got down, he started a church, grew that bitch, and that set the stage for the whole family. And everybody had a motherfucking job. You know what I'm saying? You know, but without the scandal, without all the bullshit. So some of those people that I'm posting, that's weight on my shoulder. Now some of the posts, they already got their lives together, you know what I'm saying? They getting money and shit like that. But some, if I don't make this shit pop, it's a wrap. Like I truly feel this way. I'm not the one that makes my family rich. We ain't gonna get rich. We just gonna be one of those families where everybody in the family got down. You work till you 65, 70, you work till you can't no more and draw your Social Security, or you work till you get sick and draw your disability, or draw your retirement, and the retirement ain't enough to make everything match up and shit. You had to go be one of those. Like so many of us are, unfortunately. Because America like to goddamn just keep the 1% happy rather than the motherfuckers that's down here doing the work. So I'm trying to be one of those motherfuckers. Get this real money. Generational wealth. And that's a lot of weight on my goddamn shoulder.
This life ain't fair, not one damn bit. I got all this talent, but I feel like shit. I'm completely alone. Where the fuck are my friends? My life is a movie that might as well end. Only God knows.
Alright, so that whole last part, again, is going back to what I was telling y'all about the being irrational when you're dealing with anxiety and depression. Alright, I got all this talent, but I feel like shit. Like if you supremely talented, you shouldn't feel like shit, right? You know what I'm saying? You should be full of confidence and, you know, walking like you got the world in your motherfucking hands. But there are times that I literally feel like shit. There are times that I feel like, bro, I'm making these videos for nothing. I'm writing these songs for nothing. I'm recording these records for nothing. I'm doing these speeches for nothing. There's times that I feel like that. And it's irrational. Because I look at the comments. Every single video I put out has had 90, 95% favorability. That's from the reactions, that's from the comments and all that shit. I have somebody hit me up, youngin hit me up and say, you inspired me. You know what I'm saying? Cole, appreciate it. Or somebody I don't even know from some part of the world is saying that I inspire. But when you are dealing with those bouts of depression, you don't think about that shit. You just caught in those feelings. Again, rely on somebody that loves you. And if you feel like nobody loves you, hit up that damn phone number, hit up my DM or inbox, do something. You feel me? Cause we can't lose you. You deserve to live. You deserve to live. Now in the video, what I say on the part where I say my life is a movie that might as well end, and I act like I'm committing suicide right there. That was just for dramatic effect. I have never attempted to commit suicide. I've been close to it. If I did, the way I displayed it in the video is how I would do it. When I was at my worst, back in like 2007, this part of my head would just feel so tense. And I would tell myself that if I just shot myself right here, it would relieve that pain again. I really want to live, but not like this. What I'm saying is I want to feel better. Like I said, it would feel like it's pain here, and I want to feel better. And 2007 was the year for me, because that was the year I was dealing with my case where I was a victim of police brutality. But since I defended myself, I was charged. My biological father had like something that happened to him, and his health was failing, and I was coming to grips with that because we never reconciled. But that's still your biological father, so I was still dealing with that. My mother's health was starting to wane. Like she was still working, but she was coming down from her peak. Imagine your favorite ball player, you start to see the cracks in the arm and shit like that. Grandmama dealing with Alzheimer's. Shit, my girlfriend at the time, my wife now, had left me. So it was just all kind of shit. I got lied to. Motherfucker heard me rap and lied to me, talking about, goddamn it, you do this for us. Come back down here to this college and be the face of this program. Then we gonna send you all around the country cause you the shit. And you. And I never saw that motherfucker again. So it just, again, perfect storm of shit. But I went to counseling. They had counseling on campus. And I went to that shit. No fear, no shame, I went to that shit. They made me sign a contract saying I would not kill myself, which is bullshit, of course, but it's symbolic. And symbolism sometimes works. So it made me think, I got something to live up to. They made me write down the names of two of my partners that I promised to call if I felt like I was about to do it. My partner JoJo, my partner Dink. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like I couldn't let them down. And the counselor, she just said she didn't do shit. She just sat there and listened, basically. You know what I'm saying? And gave some basic shit. One of the things that would bother me for real is racism. That was another big time contributing factor, because one of the things about being suicidal is you lose hope. And I'm like, damn, everything else in my life I can change, I can do it. If it's something, I'm a competitive motherfucker. So if it's something that's a flaw, I try to make it better. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a skinny motherfucker. Now I'm a big motherfucker. Why? Because I goddamn work on that shit. So whatever's a flaw, I try to make it better. But I'm like, damn. In American society, being black, they view that as a flaw. And how can I change that? Can't do shit about that. And that was contributing to those feelings of me just saying, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But I went to counseling. Real ones out there. Go to counseling if you can. The shit I found was free. It was free. There's shit out there available, man. Alright? Don't think you are alone. There is some way that you can get some help.
My life is a movie that might as well end. Only God knows. To all the people out there dealing with mental strife, only God knows. I want you to know.
Now, on that part where I'm acting like I'm shocked that I didn't do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, that the gun got jammed. For those of y'all out there, that young people especially, who may have seen that I had the gun on safety while I was shooting that. Don't be out here goddamn playing around with guns. I have a license to carry. I've been through the safety class. I take all safety precautions with my firearms, shit like that. Don't be around here playing on no motherfucking guns and do something to yourself by mistake. Do something to your loved one by mistake. You will be haunted forever. Do not do that shit. You feel me? Again, shit, my music and my art, you know what I'm talking about? So, you know, I treat the video as an extension of that. So, me doing that, you know what I'm saying? That's to portray and bring to life what the fuck I'm talking about in the song. You know what I'm saying? So, don't do that shit. Don't be playing around like this.
See, I wrote this song to express my pain. Only God knows. It ain't a damn thing wrong with no tear stain.
Nothing wrong with that.
Only God
Nothing
knows.
wrong.
You are not alone. Let me repeat that. Only this shit on right here. Cry to God, no. Dry your eyes. Then keep fighting. Oh, God, no. I love you. I don't even know you. Only God, but I know you. And I love you. First of all, I want y'all to know I meant every single word of that. The first part of the song was me expressing the hell, but the last part was me, was the motivational part. And I hope like hell that you listen to that record all the way through. You feel me? I feel like that first part I had to catch you with that to show you, to vibe with you and relate to you and share with you my pain. But you gotta let me, you gotta go to that last part and let me elevate you on that. You feel me? Let me give you some motivation. Let me give you some inspiration on that last part of that record. That's what I was talking about earlier with enduring this shit. If you giving up in a race, shit, I coach track. Some of them long ass races my boy will be in. They goddamn get tired near the end, but shit, if you give up, what the fuck was the rest of it for? You to put yourself through all this just to quit at the end? No, you gotta keep pushing. You feel me? And that's how life is. And I hope that's how you treat this record. You know what I'm saying? Because on this record, again, I'm trying to save some lives. And I meant every word of that shit at the end. You are not alone. Ain't a damn thing wrong with no tear stain. Next time you need to, put this shit on right here. Cry if you need to. That's what the fuck I do. That's what the fuck I do. Shit, if there's something wrong, like goddamn, when it comes to the shit with my son, I'm all cried out about that. But I don't know. There was one time, probably the last time I really cried hard about my son's situation. I listened to that goddamn Logic song. That's a real ass record. You know what I'm saying? I hope this record can do for people what that record did. I was underneath my car, I was working on my car and shit. And you know, that's one of those things you think about doing with your son. You know, changing oil and working on the car and shit. And you know, I was trying to get my son to come up under there with me. And you know, I knew he wasn't, but it just me still trying to reach out. And that shit just fucked with me. And then that song came on, I just cried. But dry your eyes and keep fighting. I think about the movie The Godfather, which is my favorite dramatic movie ever. And my favorite movie is Come to America and Harlem Nights. Motherfuckers know that. But when it comes to a drama, The Godfather trilogy, that's it. And in Godfather 1, Vito Corleone's godson, I think what, Johnny Fontaine? I know the lad ain't Fontaine. The motherfuckers that's in movies and shit. He talking to the Godfather, you know, about a part that the motherfucker won't give him in Hollywood. And he's starting to cry and shit. And the Godfather get on his ass. He like, what the fuck you gonna sit up here and do? You gonna cry like a woman? This how you handle your business? Now, on one end, that would make y'all think that, oh, crying is soft, crying is pussy. But I took that as, you got to fight. So I'm not the type of motherfucker that's just gonna sit up here and just cry and bitch and moan. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna get this shit out, then I'm gonna goddamn keep fighting. That's why I said next time you need to, put this shit on right here, cry, dry your eyes, then keep fighting. You understand? When I said I love you, I mean that shit. I love everybody, love to those who love. And as I've said before, death to those who don't. I think the world will be a better place. All the motherfuckers that died. But love to all those who love. And when I said I don't even know you, but I know you. What I mean by that is, I have no idea who on the other end of the screen. I have no idea who on the other end of the internet. But
Pain is pain. Trauma is trauma. Struggle is struggle. So if you've been through some shit, I've been through something. I know what that feel like. So I do know you in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I used to teach U.S. history, and I used to have to teach about when Franklin Roosevelt died. Legendary president, led our country through the Great Depression and most of World War II. Served 3 full terms, damn near. Will got elected 4 times. You know what I'm saying? They had a rule in place back then. Few people know that. But he just had a strong effect on the country. So when he passed away, a man was crying, and a reporter asked him, "Sir, did you know the president?" And dude said, "No, but the president knew me." And what he meant by that is that the president knew what I was going through. That the president implemented policies to help somebody like me. Without knowing me, the president implemented policies to help a motherfucker like me. And that's what I'm trying to do. Without knowing you, I'm trying to write songs that reach you. Without knowing you, I try to write speeches that reach you. Without knowing you, I try to do shit like this that's gonna reach you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what the fuck you going through. Because everybody go through the same shit in one way or another. Especially if you come from struggle. And what I mean by that, you come from a lower socioeconomic status, you basically getting fucked. You feel me? So I feel you. And I appreciate y'all fucking with me. This was been one of my lengthier listening sessions. But this record right here touches on so much. And I don't want to lose nobody. You deserve to live. Don't let any of these bitch ass motherfuckers out here make you think that you don't deserve to live. Don't let none of these bitch ass motherfuckers out here make you think that you are soft if you try to go get help. Don't let none of these bitch ass motherfuckers out here make you think that you are weak if you are open and honest about the mental strife that you deal with. You the real one. They the sucker. You understand? I appreciate y'all for fucking with me. I love y'all. God bless y'all. One.